Hello everyone, Jonny Skywatcher here, coming with another episode of Jonny Skywatcher Live. It's only the second one in this current iteration, you could say. So, how is everyone tonight? Hopefully doing good. Today is Wednesday, in the middle of the week for me, so I feel pretty tired, to be honest, but I'll make an honest go of this. So, what are we talking about tonight? I feel like I barely threw things together again today. I just finished watching Andor season 4? No, Andor episode 4. So I have my thoughts on that. At least I think I'll have some thoughts. I don't know how many thoughts I'll have, to be honest, because I feel like it's just, well, I'll talk about it more when I get to it, but yeah, I feel like I'm not gonna have a lot to say, but I'll try to say something. So yeah, let's dive into one of the first of two topics. Let me try that again. Let's dive into the first of two topics, and if I can do this correctly, and that is a major announcement that was made yesterday. Everybody's probably already talked about this, but that is Deadpool. Deadpool 3, which we already knew was coming, but now we know that Hugh Jackman is coming back as Wolverine to Deadpool 3, which is big news. You know, I know this had been bounced around as an idea among fans for years now, and it kind of seemed like after Logan that this didn't have a big possibility of happening, because they were pretty dead set that Logan is the last time we're seeing this character, that, you know, it's the farewell, the send-off. And so a lot of people thought that meant like something like this couldn't happen, but you know, I don't know where I was going to, but you know, money talks, I guess. But I don't think it's just money. I think Hugh Jackman, you know, genuinely loves the character, and this just seems like a fun idea. And I think in terms of how the characters will play off, it'll probably be similar, but a similar dynamic as we saw in Deadpool 2 between Deadpool and Cable, but maybe with some slight differences. I think it's been a while since I've seen Deadpool 2. I think Deadpool 2, Cable kind of served as the antagonist for a lot of the movies, so you might not necessarily see that same relationship in this one. And then on top of that, Wolverine has a similarity to Deadpool that Cable doesn't. You know, the regenerative powers. I don't think Cable has regenerative powers. I'm not I wouldn't know everything about it, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't. Does he? No, I don't think so. So yeah, he shares that in common with Deadpool. So I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of stuff happening, and apparently Disney is allowing them to do a rated R movie, which is going to be probably the only Marvel movie that's going to be rated R, would be my guess. And this is being done under the Marvel Studios brand. I mean, they brought Deadpool under Marvel Studios because obviously Disney bought Fox years ago, and so, you know, they own all the rights. But instead of letting 20th what is it called now, 20th Century Pictures just keep producing those movies, they are completely under Marvel Studios. So I guess my only question is, like, how are they going to deal with that going forward with the MCU? That's been the question on everybody's mind, right? So I think in general, I don't think that this is going to be the big thing that ties the mutants into the MCU. I could be wrong, but I kind of think this is just going to be its own thing. And that's what I kind of hope. I kind of hope that Deadpool 3 is just allowed to be Deadpool, and maybe you have some weird cameos and stuff, but I don't want it to be tied too much into the MCU. I don't want it to be, this is how, you know, mutants get tied into the MCU, which I honestly don't think they're going to do. And I'd honestly be okay if this doesn't really end up being too much in the MCU. Although I think they would be missing a big opportunity if they didn't at least have that be part of the marketing campaign, is putting photoshopping Deadpool into scenes from throughout the first 10 years of the MCU. I mean, come on, they got to do that, in my opinion. And Deadpool has had pretty good marketing, especially the first one had really good marketing from what I can remember. So I think that it'll be interesting to see what they do with it. I'm not expecting it to have too much to do with bringing mutants in, but I'm certainly looking forward to action and mayhem. And hopefully, I mean, even though they've said it's R, we don't know like how hard R or how far Disney will let them go. I know that from just the writing standpoint, they have said that, you know, Disney isn't holding them back, but you know, they haven't started filming yet, and you know, opinions might change when it comes to actually, you know, filming it, and then later when they're actually editing it. So fingers crossed that we get, you know, uncensored Deadpool the way he deserves to be. I do think they tend to be a little less queasy when it comes to violence, or at least like over the top cartoonish like violence, which I just think you gotta have at least some limbs being chopped off and things like that left and right, because you have two characters who you can't be killed, right? Deadpool and Wolverine, they both regenerate, so you gotta have some crazy stuff going on there. Although to a point that Deadpool does take time to regenerate, as shown in the first two movies. So I guess you couldn't necessarily go that crazy, unless, you know, you just write some random reason for it. Comics being what comics are, that sometimes happens. And yeah, overall, I would say I'm looking forward to this. What do you guys think? If you're watching this in the main video, let me know what you think in the comments below. Are you looking forward to Deadpool 3? Are you excited are you as excited as I am about Hugh Jackman being coming back as Wolverine? Okay, I think that wraps that up, which, my gosh, what time is it? I started at 7:15. That only took 10 minutes to get through, so this might be a very short stream, but I know I'm not gonna disappoint the one person watching. One person's me, but it's okay. Just keep that between you and me. And so let's go on to topic 2, if I can do this. So, or let me start like this. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to record. Let me try that. Because if, you know, okay, okay, now we're recording. Hey, oh, and you know what? I didn't even do the one thing. Let me try that. So I want to try doing the video intro, and then because I'll try splitting this off and posting it tonight. Let's see if I can do that on time. Okay, so this would be for the main channel, I guess. It's totally boring to anybody if anybody watches this, the full version. I don't know why I do this. You know what? I'm not gonna do that. let me try this. Okay, so let's talk about Andor season. I keep trying to say season 4. It's not season 4. It's episode 4. Be kind of weird if it was already in its 4th season. It only has 2 seasons. So I don't think I'm gonna have a lot to talk about this with this show, because these episodes don't necessarily feel like we're telling full complete stories, which I have to say so far I am liking the show. I'm liking everything I'm getting. I just, like a lot of these Disney Plus shows, I feel like the episodes could be longer, and we'll see what happens when it comes to that. A lot of the previous shows have let me down, have started really well, have gotten kind of mediocre, and haven't really finished very well. So I'll just say that is a worry of mine with this, especially with She-Hulk getting more episodes, but then kind of going mediocre after episodes like 4. So we'll see. This is on episode 4 now. I'm liking everything. Talking about overall with the show, I thought that episodes 1 through 3 was great. I'm glad they released them together, although I kind of felt like that easily could have been just 1 to 2 episodes instead of just 3 episodes. It really did feel like that could have been 1 big episode or 2 episodes, a 2-part premiere. And this, honestly, this episode feels like part 1 of 3, I'm hoping, of this next sort of arc, where it still would feel like better as just 1 whole episode. If you put all 3 is what I'm expecting to happen. But taken by itself, it was still enjoyable. I just wish I could have gotten more, further of the story and lasted a little bit longer. But yeah, I guess you can have everything. So we kind of are getting more deep into the plot of Andor. Personally, I do hope that this current plot of what's happening on this planet that he's on, and I forgot to say, I should probably say, I'm going full spoilers, even though I usually don't really get that into spoiler territory. But, sometimes I let something out or someone might complain. So I'll just say it now, full spoilers. So he goes to this planet, and I can't think of anybody's name. He goes to this planet, and everything happening on here, I hope, does not take up the whole seasons. I really hope that we're not here the whole season, because I just want more from the show than just that. But again, we're just on episode 4, so I can't really say too much about that. But as the first episode of what I'm hoping is just a 3-episode arc, I'm really liking it. And it was also great to have the actress who plays Mon Mothma back in what looks to be a more sizable role than what she had in Rogue One, which has to be a great story for that actress, because if you didn't know, she was cast in Revenge of the Sith as the younger Mon Mothma. But if you went and saw Revenge of the Sith in theaters, you probably didn't see her because she was cut from the film. And we did get a chance to actually see her scenes later on when it came out on DVD, because they included it in the deleted scenes. Otherwise, you would not have seen her at all. And then she got they brought her back in Rogue One, which was great. And it was just a little bit. And I was looking at her IMDb. She did the voice for Star Wars Rebels as well, which was great. And now we're getting some like actual character scenes for her, because I think before, like Rogue One, you see her, it's great, it's wonderful, and she had some kind of cool scenes deleted scenes in Revenge of the Sith, but they didn't really go into her character at all. And here you get this great scene between her and her husband. I'm assuming it's her husband at least. And yeah, it's just, I'm just loving everything to do with that. It's so interesting. And you also have her playing the part of the senators, obviously working behind the scenes, and there's spies everywhere. She talks about that. And I gotta look up the character's name, because I'm not the guy Stellan Skarsgård is playing Luthen. Yeah, so Mon Mothma has a great scene with him as well that I thought worked particularly well. And it just seemed very fresh in my mind. Like the location as well, sort of this art gallery. And from the trailers, I thought he was going to be like kind of like a senator as well, but it appears he's like an art dealer of some kind. Or at least that's his cover. So, because he even puts on like a wig, and it's like a whole disguise almost for him. So I'm really interested to see if we get some sort of backstory for Luthen, because I'd be interested to find out more about this character and why he does what he does, and what is motivating him. But like I said, it's great to get more of Mon Mothma and a little bit more about her character, instead of her just being the one note of she's sort of this person who's trying to form the rebellion. And what else happened in this episode? So Andor got a new name to go by, which, can I remember, Clement or something like that? I don't even remember. And he met these other rebels, and that was, I like meeting all the new characters, and I'm definitely interested in seeing where this goes. Like I said, my one worry is that they're going to stretch this out. Just from what I've seen, some of what's happened in some of the other shows and things like that. Like thinking back to Obi-Wan, I think the part where he rescued young Leia then got stretched out way too long, where that could have wrapped up in the second or third episode and moved on to something else. But then they had to have her get kidnapped again, so he could rescue her again, just so that whole storyline could stretch out for the whole season. And that's only 6 episodes. Andor, I believe, is going to be 12 episodes each season. So if they try to stretch out this whole storyline for the rest of the season, I would not be a huge fan of that. But fingers crossed that we get just this for a couple episodes and then move on to something else. Because, that I think that would be more interesting. And let me see. I think that's everything I honestly have to say about this episode. I don't. It'd be great if I had someone else to toss it to ask how they felt about the episodes and kind of do a back and forth. But it's just me here, at least so far with this. So yes, let me know what you think. Let me know what you thought about the Andor in the comments below if you've seen episode 4. And give me any feedback you have, or no. Just let me know what you thought. Okay, so I guess let me stop recording. I didn't remember to record the whole thing. I do next time. I'll try recording the whole thing, but we'll go from there. So I think that's everything I planned for today. Let me see if I can find any. What happened today? Other than, a hurricane. In entertainment news, did anything? I'm just trying to remember. I was kind of busy all day at work, so I wasn't really able to look through stuff. Let me just check things. You know, maybe one day, if I keep doing this and we have more people watching, we'll be able to kind of go through comments and stuff like that. But doesn't appear that will be today. I don't really feel like going through Reddit comments about Andor. So I think we'll call it a short day. You know, I'm kind of tired, so I think that's going to be it today. If you're watching, well, whether you're watching on the live channel or my main channel, thank you for watching. I'm going to be trying to do this. I can't talk. I'm going to try to do this Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. You know, I did kind of get on that schedule last year before I went back to work, and then kind of going back to work kind of messed me all up, and so let's try to do that again and see how that works out. Fingers crossed that I can actually keep to the schedule. Of course, there might be some times where I have to work overtime, but you know, we'll work around that. So hopefully that works out. And if you finish watching through that, me just bumbling my way through that sentence, thank you so much. You can catch me here on the Jonny Skywatcher live channel, which I just recently created, and also my main channel, which is just simply Jonny Skywatcher. I should probably put the links below. That would be good thought. Next time. Well, I'll put the link below later on. And with that, I think I'll catch you in the next video. So I did not set this up correctly. I mean, I have it set up, but like, I don't even know if that's gonna look right. Okay, let's just do this. Let's try it. I'll listen. So let me try the going to the ending. See if this works. Bye bye.